Well, showtime, take three. So I get my engines warmed up again. Count down my fantasy playlist of August 10th, 1985. The album Songs from the Big Chair. This album was big, big breakthrough album for Tears for Fears. Got Shout, their second single off the album, at number 7 on my fantasy playlist. Down one from number 6, but it went to number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100. Also went to number 1. Song before that went to number 1 was Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Chill record, cruising record, man. Cruising top down, the wind blowing through your hair. Listen to Everybody Wants to Rule the World, driving down the countryside, an isolated road or maybe a highway. Or in England, it'd be, what do they call them in England? Not a freeway, motorways, whatever, wherever you're at. Great cruising record. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. My favorite record by Tears for Fear, Head Over Heels, back in the fall of 1985. Advice to the Young at Heart. That was a nice record by them. That was in 1990. Well, anyway, these Tears for Fears, they were followers of Arthur Janoff's, J-A-N-O-V, School of Primal Therapy. He was an American psychologist, and he pushed this thing, the concept of primal therapy, where you confront your fears by screaming and shouting. One person who was really into primal therapy was John Lennon. He got into that phase for a little while and did some songs that was based on primal therapy. There was God, Mother, Cold Turkey. Boy, that was God. Boy, that was raw. Back in 1969, but that's another story. Let's get back to this song by Tears for Fears. Shout, they're really letting it go on this record. Shout, Tears for Fears. Roland Orzabal, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, the leader of Tears for Fears, and Ian Stanley, the keyboard player, wrote this song. Oh, Orzabal, I'll just pronounce it as Orzabal at the risk of mispronouncing his last name, but keep in mind I got a pronunciation disability that I'm working on. Orzabal was working on the chorus. He was working on this song on a small synthesizer and a drum machine. And he had the chorus. Just, it was like a mantra. And he played it. He played it for the producer, Chris Hughes, and Ian Stanley, the keyboard player, and they're like, man, this has some possibilities. Eventually, they fleshed it out. Orzabal, he thought that this was a solid album cut, just a great album cut. But these other two guys, Chris Hughes, the producer, and Ian Stanley, they thought, well, wait a minute, this song could be a hit. This is going to be a smash all around the world. Well, they cut loose on the shouting and the video was shot at an isolated area, cliffside, Durdle Door in Dorset, England. And they made that video back in 1985. Boy, hot rotation on Night Tracks on WTBS. Vivid memories of that video. But here we are at number 7 on my fantasy playlist. And by the way, they got their name, came across this piece of information. The group got their name from a book by Arthur Janoff, the psychologist. He came out with a book called Prisoners of Pain. And I guess that phrase, Tears for Fears, was in that book. Well, it's on my playlist for sure of August 10th, 1985 at number 7, Shout by Tears for Fears.